Hello students, I hope you all are fine and safe at your home during this pandemic situation. Today in our e-class we are going to study exercise 4th D of the chapter Operations with Large Numbers. Let's take a review of the previous exercise 4th C of what all we have studied in that exercise: multiplication and division. These are the 2 points we have studied in the exercise 4th C. Related topics. Now we'll have a look of what all the topics we'll study in this exercise. Word problems related to multiplication and division. My dear students, in the previous exercise we have studied how to solve the problems of multiplication and division, but in this exercise we learn to solve the word problems. Basically, word problems helps the students or helps us to connect maths with our real world situations, or you can say the maths concepts, how they are applied to our real life, that we are coming to know through these word problems. It also helps us to develop our critical thinking skills. Now proceeding towards the exercise, the very first question is, the product of a number and 165 is 1,20,450. Find the number. So I am repeating the question once again. The product of a number, product means the multiplication of one number with the another number. The another number is 165. So the product of two numbers is equal to 1,20,450. So you have to find out the another number. Out of the two numbers, one number is 165 and the second number, which is unknown, that you have to find out. Let's come to the solution. Let the number be x. So the number which we have to find out, just assume that number to be x. Another number is 165, which is already given in the question. Now, according to the question, x multiply 165 is equals to 1,20,450. Why I have written according to the question? Because in this question it is already mentioned that the product of a number and 165. Product means multiplication of a number and 165 will be equal to 1,20,450. So the number which is unknown, we have assumed it to be x. Therefore, coming towards the fourth step, x multiply 165 is equal to 1,20,450. So x will be equal to 1,20,450 divided by 165. So our answer is 730. So the number which we have to find out comes out to be 730. Now here you can see, when we are dividing 1,20,450 by 730, now we'll see this whole division process. 165 sevens are 1155. When we are subtracting it with 1204, we are getting it 495. Then again 165 multiplied by 3, we'll get 495. So that will be equal to 0, and the remaining 0 which is left here, that will come down in the remainder. So that 0 will apply it in question. So our answer is, what is the required number we got? That is 730. Question number 2. Find the number which when divided by 256 gives 652 as quotient and no remainder. First of all, let's understand the meaning of the question. You have to find out the number when we are dividing that particular number by 256, we are getting 652 as quotient and no remainder means remainder is equals to 0. So basically the number which we are supposed to find out is the number which is being divided by 256. On dividing that number by 256, we will get 652 as quotient and 0 as remainder. Now let's proceed further towards the solution. Divisor is equals to 256. See, the number by which we are dividing a particular number, that is known as divisor. Quotient is equals to 652. Quotient is the answer which we are getting after dividing. Suppose 10 divided by 2. So 5 is the quotient and remainder is 0. Similarly, here when we will divide the number by 256, we will get the quotient as 652. Remainder is equal to 0. It is already mentioned in the question. Now, in order to find out the given number, we will apply one formula. Before proceeding towards the formula, let me remind you that the number which we are going to find out is known as dividend. The number which is being divided is called dividend, and the number by which we are dividing a particular number, that is known as divisor. Remainder is the left portion and quotient is the answer which we are getting after division. Now proceeding towards the formula, dividend is equals to divisor multiply quotient plus remainder. See, according to this formula, divisor is given, quotient is given, remainder is given. We are supposed to find out the dividend. So by applying this formula, we will take out the answer. Dividend is equal to 256 multiply 652 plus 0. 256 is the divisor here, 652 is the quotient and 0 is the remainder. So when we will multiply 256 by 652, we will get the answer as 1,66,912. And on addition of this number with 0, we will get the same number, 1,66,912. So this is the required number which when divided by 256 gives 652 as quotient and 0 as remainder. Now let's come to question number 3. The price of a toy is rupees 86. How many of these can a shopkeeper buy with rupees 3000? See, the price of one toy is rupees 86 and the shopkeeper is having a total amount of rupees 3000 with him. Now he is asking us to tell that with rupees 3000 how many toys can a shopkeeper buy with the condition that a toy is of rupees 86. Let's proceed towards the solution. Price of one toy is equals to rupees 86. Total amount shopkeeper has rupees 3000. Number of toys shopkeeper can buy is equals to rupees 3000 divided by 86. So Why we have divided 3000 by rupees 86? Because the price of one toy is rupees 86 and the total amount the shopkeeper is having is rupees 3000. So in order to find out the number of toys the shopkeeper will buy, we are supposed to divide 3000 by 86. So we'll get the answer 34 with rupees 76 left. 34 with rupees 76 left. Now here you can see why I have written here with rupees 76 left. 34 is there, no, we can leave it as it is, but why I have mentioned here rupees 76 left, that we will see in the next slide. Let's see the division. 3000 divided by 86, we'll get 34 as question, and while proceeding towards the method, we'll get 76 as remainder. So here you can see in our answer we have written 34 with rupees 76 left. That means with rupees 3000 the shopkeeper has purchased 34 toys. After purchasing 34 toys, the shopkeeper was left with rupees 76, because this 76 is coming in remainder. That's why we can conclude that 76 rupees are left with the shopkeeper after purchasing 34 toys, and each toy is of rupees 86. Question number 4. Find the product of the greatest and the smallest 3-digit numbers made with the digits 5, 2 and 9. Here product means multiplication, and the 3 digits 5, 2 and 9 which are given, you have to find out the greatest 3-digit number made with these digits and the smallest 3-digit number made with these digits. So the product is to be found out of the greatest and the smallest 3-digit number made out of the digits 5, 2 and 9. Let's see the solution. Given digits are 5, 2 and 9. Greatest 3-digit number made with the digits 5, 2 and 9 is equal to 952. Similarly, the smallest 3-digit number made with the digits 5, 2 and 9 is equals to 259. Product of the greatest and the smallest 3-digit numbers made with the digits 5, 2 and 9 is equals to 952 multiplied by 259, which is equals to 2,46,562. So basically in this question, first of all, out of the given digits 5, 2 and 9, we are supposed to find out the greatest and the smallest 3-digit number, and then we will find out their product. Product means the multiplication of these greatest and the smallest numbers. Question number 5. The price of a book is rupees 364. What is the price of 245 such books? Before proceeding towards the solution, let me tell you one example related to our real life. Then after that only we'll relate that example to this question and we'll proceed towards the solution. See, one chocolate costs rupees 10. What will be the cost of 5 chocolates then? I am repeating, if one chocolate costs rupees 10, what will be the cost of 5 chocolates? Simple, the cost of 5 chocolates will be is equal to 5 multiplied by 10, that is equal to 50 rupees. Similarly, relating the example with this question, we will see the price of one book is equals to rupees 364. the price of 245 books will be equal to rupees 364 multiplied by 245. Here also one chocolate price was given and we are supposed to find out the price of 5 chocolates, and here one book price is given and we are supposed to find out the price of 245 books. Then we have multiplied. So our answer is rupees 89,180. Now here you can see the multiplication of these two terms, how we are proceeding towards the multiplication. First of all, 364 will be multiplied by 5, we'll get 1820. Then 364 will be multiplied by 4, we will get 1456, and then again 364 will be multiplied by 2, we get 728. On the addition of these three terms, we will get the answer as 89,180. Question number 6. To buy a flat, a man paid rupees 47,250 every month for 6 years. How much did he pay in all? A man purchased a flat. He gave the monthly installment for his flat for continuously 6 years, and the monthly installment is of rupees 47,250. Now the question is, we have to tell the total amount he will pay in 6 years. Amount paid each month is equals to rupees 47,250. Number of years is equal to 6. Now 1 year is equals to 12 months, we all know. Now in 6 years, how many months will be there? 6 into 12, which is equal to 72 months. So total amount to be paid is equals to rupees 47,250 multiplied by 72. Why? Because he is paying continuously for 72 months, no? That is equal to 6 years. So on multiplying, we will get the answer as rupees 34,02,000. Question number 7. The lychees from a farm were packed in boxes that hold 144 lychees. If 2,125 boxes were used, how many lychees were packed? Let me elaborate the question first. In a farm, the lychees were packed and in boxes. There were a total of 2,125 boxes, and in one box 144 lychees were packed. Now the question is, we are supposed to find out how many lychees were packed in the boxes. I am repeating my question. In a farm, the lychees are packed in boxes. Total number of boxes were 2,125, and in one box there were 144 lychees. So we have to find out how many lychees were packed in all. Let's proceed towards the solution. Lychees packed in one box is equals to 144. Total number of boxes is equals to 2,125. Total number of lychees packed is equals to 144 into 2,125. Why we have written this? Because the number of boxes were 2,125 and in one box 144 lychees were there. Now we have to find out in all how many lychees were there. So we have multiplied both the terms and the answer is 3,06,000. So in all 3,06,000 lychees were packed in the boxes. I hope you all must have understood these word problems very clearly. Just go through them at least twice and write down in your copies. Thank you for paying keen attention in this e-class.